at GameStop and at Amazon and stuff like that. Personally, I think, you know, you should create your own bundle, because the bundles don't give you any kind of discount as far as price. So when you look at the bundle, don't think that you're getting it at a discount. Just do the math. PlayStation, they have a bundle with 2 games right now for $519. So right away you're looking, okay, I get the PlayStation 4 and 2 games for $519. That's a good deal. But wait, the system costs what? $399. That's $400. Each game is $60. So if each game is $60, you're getting the system and 2 games. 60 and 60 is $120. So getting the system for $519.99, you're not getting a deal. They're just choosing the games they want you to have and bundling it. That's all. It's better you just buy the system, because if you bought the system with 2 games, it's still going to cost you $519.99. You're still going to pay the same thing. So you might as well choose the games that you want, you know, in the bundle. Don't just look at bundles and say, okay, this is a bundle, let me get it. Because you're not saving any money. You know, these bundles are not designed to save any money. And other games that's coming out in that first quarter, from launch date to the first quarter situation, you have like Assassin's Creed, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, you have Contrast, The Crew, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny, definitely, but that Destiny will more be like a March, probably 2014 release. We're talking FIFA 14, The Evil Within, Elder Scrolls Online. We're talking, for those of you that care about Just Dance 2014, Madden NFL 25 is definitely going to be a in that launch window. Mercenary Kings, Outlast. We have Rockbirds 2 Evolution, Sniper Elite 3, Skylanders Swap Force, Thief, Warframe, War Thunder, Watch Dogs is also going to be a launch title. So, you know, The Witness and Wolfenstein, The New Order rounds out what's coming up in that launch to first quarter titles. If you want a complete list of these games, you can go to geekygadgets.com and you will find a list of the Xbox One launch titles as well as the PlayStation 4 launch titles. How are we doing there on time, Devin? Are we good for the first break?
We went over.
Oh, we went over? Okay, so we're just going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back with more on...
Actually, let's go straight through to the next break.
Okay, so we'll just go straight through?
Let's go straight through to the next break, and then we'll take a break there, and then...
We'll go. Okay, so we're just going to keep on going. That's what we like. We're going to keep on going to the next break. Yeah. So then we'll keep an eye on that as we continue here with Tech Pulse. I mean, there's so much that happened here on, and one of the good games, since we're going straight through, I'm going to show you a video now of one of the, to me, one of the best games that came out on the PlayStation 4 and last year, or you know, was it last year? No, it was the year before, I think, called Mirror's Edge. This game was ahead of its time by EA, but it just didn't gain the audience that, you know, you thought it was going to gain. I mean, I thought this game was going to sell millions of copies. I was sure they were going to come up with at least one sequel before this console generation cycle was over, and they never did. I mean, the game itself was very, very well put together. Mirror's Edge dealt with, you play a courier service in the future, and these courier people, they run along walls, on rooftops, they do all these messaging services, they run along walls, rooftops, and stuff like that to deliver messages. And there was, you know, some government conspiracy to do something, and this particular courier's job was to, you know, unfold it while trying to save her sister, you know. But the good thing about the game was the control mechanics. You played, this was a first-person game, not a first-person shooter, but a first-person action game where you ran, you know, you ran on walls, and your job wasn't to shoot everybody. You had to disable them and knock them out. And you could take their weapons and stuff like that, but their weapons only had limited bullets. So it wasn't like you get a weapon and then now for the rest of the game you can go mowing down enemies. No. Once you picked up a weapon, it may have 3 or 4 or maybe 5 shots left in the gun. So you have to be careful how you use it, because once you run out of bullets, that's it. There's no bullets lying on the ground and you pick up and you keep reloading. It forced you to have to hone your skills, and this was just one of the, when you completed this game, you felt like you accomplished something, because the game mechanics were so different than what we were used to from first-person games, that when you played this, you were like, oh man, this, you feel like you really mastered something. And this game, not only was it challenging, but it gave you just enough challenge to make it good, but not enough challenge to where you got frustrated. And that is a dynamic it's really hard to do in gaming. A lot of games are either, you can breeze through them, or you can play through them pretty well, or the difficulty level sometimes is just so amped that, it's easy to get frustrated. Not in a lot of first-person shooters, but in a lot of games where they try to make things new. A lot of times when they make things new, the developer's thought is to make it difficult, and that way the gameplay lasts longer. No, that only adds frustration to the game. But Mirror's Edge, we're going to show you a video of this thing right now. A video right now of Mirror's Edge. Here we go. This is the new Mirror's Edge, not Mirror's Edge, the old one. No, this is the new Mirror's Edge that's coming out for the next gen console. This thing looks, to say it looks sweet is not even doing it justice. This is just double honey sweet. You know what I'm saying? Honey with sugar inside, sweet. This game just looks top notch right here, and you're gonna get to see it right now. Let me make sure that all the sounds and so forth is good before I bust this thing out, because I know you guys are like, man, you talking about this? Let's hear it.
The sound down, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the sound down. But I'm gonna make sure it's okay. Yep, sound is on mute. Here we go. Sound is on mute. We're going to, it's okay. Big screen. Here we go. Final checks. All right, let's do this. All right, there we go. Something's happening. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yep, this is the game right here. Mirror's Edge. You play your same character. Let me see if I can enlarge this a little bit for you. Oh, too much. There we go. Look at that. Look at the graphics on that thing. And this is all cell shaded. All cell shaded graphics. Cell shading was, look at the detail of that right there. Woo! This game just, and it reminds me of Mirror's Edge. If those of you that are familiar with Mirror's Edge, you'll remember the red platforms, which shows you what you can access and what you can do. And this is actually a demo, a walkthrough. We're not going to show you the whole thing because it's like, almost 15 minutes long. So we're just going to show you a bit of it. And this is for those of you that remember, you'll remember this familiar. Yep, you're running along those red, jumping. Yeah, and then the red thing means slide under it. This game is just, this is going to be good right here, man. And then this is apparently how the game starts. You meet up with one of your friends in the game right here on the rooftops. Meet up with one of your friends, and she's going to, run you through the ropes, because it's been a long time since we played Mirror's Edge. So a lot of times, what the publishers will do is that they will, they will redo the game like they're doing right now. They're giving you the opportunity to, play the game by learning how to do the things that we've done before, you see. And the same things happened before, like if you mess up or something like that, you start again. But this game is fast. This game is quick. But it deals with a lot of, you have to be on your toes and you have to hone your skills, because if you don't, you're not going to get very far in the game. That's what made this game so good. It highlighted where you could jump or where you needed to walk. It highlighted it without making it too, how do I put it? Without making it too obvious. It made it obvious, but it didn't take away from the style of the game, and that's what I liked about Mirror's Edge. You had all these enemies running around you, and if you timed everything just right, see, like right there, she didn't catch on to Didn't jump just right to catch onto that pipe right there, so you're gonna have to do it again, just like the original Mirror's Edge. I'm sure that many of you who have played this game before, you're just gonna need a quick practice and something like that, and right away you're gonna feel right at home with Mirror's Edge. I mean, just the sheer scale of it. When people are chasing you, you know, and then you have to do all these acrobatic moves to where it becomes just reflex. You feel like you're on top of those buildings. You feel like you're this, you know, top level career agent that's flexible, able to jump up on things. When you see people and you're seeing them coming from all sides, you know, and your only recourse is to run, to jump, to time things just right, and you have one opportunity to do it. I mean, the Mirror's Edge, I'm telling you, this game is coming back. This game is coming back. See right there, didn't do it properly. This game is coming back, and it's coming for the next generation consoles. This is going to be a top level game. Definitely, this is going to be one of my must-buys right away when I get the new system. It's definitely going to be a must-buy on my list, you see. And that's just, we're just showing you a sample right there, just a sample of Mirror's Edge, that new game coming out. I mean, that game is just top notch. So that's one game you want to keep on your radar. You know, Mirror's Edge. If you're looking for a good next gen game, matter of fact, if you don't get, you know, any other games, Mirror's Edge definitely is one that you want to keep your eye on. I mean, it's not about the killing. It's not about. It's about outsmarting your enemies, not just mowing them down. You know, with bullets. Exactly. It's about outthinking your opponent. You know, seeing them coming on every side and knowing that you don't have time to knock one down and pick up the gun because the rest of them are going to be hitting you anyway. So some of them you have to, you know, quickly karate chop, boom, knock him out as you're running onto a building, you know, evading the bullets. I mean, this game is just, this is going to be one of the top level games coming out for the next gen system. So, you know, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what we're seeing with these next gen consoles coming out. I'm excited, and it's like you can't wait for the next round of systems. But we're gonna have to wait until November. We're gonna have to wait until then, until these things come out. So, you know, just be patient. But more importantly, save your cash, because these things are not cheap. $400 to $500 is what this is gonna cost. So, and then with games and stuff like that, it's not going to be cheap. So, if you want to get in on this generation of new console system, this is a good time to get in. Graphics are better than they've ever been. Playability, and now with the advent of online, many people are asking: is this generation coming up? Is this going to be the last generation of consoles that's going to be in existence? Are we just going to start downloading everything after this and, you know, downloading it to PlayStation, Sony servers and Microsoft servers? Are we going to really get another generation console? I mean, how are these things going to play out? You know, we don't know, but I'm definitely excited about this generation of consoles. So coming up after the break, we're going to show you, we're going to talk about, what was I talking about here? Oh, yeah. We're going to show you, there's a new Final Fantasy 13 game that has been released. It's called Lightning Returns. Also, Mad Catz console project Mojo revealed in detail. For those of you that know Mad Catz for their peripherals and gaming and stuff like that, you know, we're going to talk about all of that coming up, and also a new 3D type printing that they've developed. You know, it's called Materials 3D printing. It uses anti-gravity object modeling technology. You know, we're going to look at all of that and more, and also the Sprint Vital. It launches tomorrow for just $100.